Hi guys, how are you? Thank you for tuning in once again for another edition. Today I'm talking about emotional intelligence and its importance. As parents and guidance are the primary source of information and of socialization of our young minds, it is also very important and imperative that every parent be educated or have some sort of information on emotional intelligence. The times that we grew up were times that we were not taught about emotional intelligence. And somehow we grew how we grew up. And for me, the realization came a bit late. You know, we were already at work, we were working, and we were meeting different people. And up until today, if you are in an industry, in an organization, in a corporate setting, you can easily identify children who grew up and went to private schools. You can identify them from children who went to public schools. They are different in the way they think, in the way they relate, in the way they communicate, in the way they interact, in the way they carry themselves. Because unbeknown to many of us, what was important is that we go to school, we get good grades. Unlike private schools, they big on grades as well, but they also bring that balance where children are told about emotional intelligence, where grooming and etiquette, they are big on those things. Whereas in public schools, no, we barely talk about grooming and etiquette. We barely talk about emotions. We barely address those issues. Actually, these days, things are getting really better in terms of that. But however, it is not enough for us to say they are learning those things at school. They should be able to leave those things also in their homes. Our greatest challenge that we continue to face is that they can learn these things at school and want to apply them at home, but they are coming back to a home with a parent who has been socialized by their parents in a certain way, with a parent who does not have emotional intelligence, who does not understand their own feelings, let alone understand the feelings of a young child, whom to them they are feeling these ones are a bit subjected to me. I do what I want with them as of when I want. And if I say jump, they should run. And if I scream, they should scatter. You know, they are coming back to that. We are reluctant of getting our children the right education. We are reluctant of getting our children equipped emotionally because that knowledge is not known to us. It's not known to us. But I want to bring to you that in as much as it is foreign and it seems strange, it is really what is working. Like the example that I gave, that private school children, you know them, you can identify them in a corporate world. I worked in a corporate world. You would see the difference of the children, that this child came from a public school, this child came from a private school, because they were educated emotionally. They were taught about social skills. They were taught about how to carry themselves, self-control. They were taught about how to negotiate, how to pitch. They were taught apart from the academics that they were taught. So coming back to a home with an uneducated parent who does not recognize their own emotions, nor do they have control over their own emotions, nor do they know how to self-lead, is a whole lot for the young ones. And remembering as well that you are the primary source of socialization. So they'll go to school, they'll learn these things. But if at home you are not putting effort to also supplement and complement these things coming from our backgrounds, it can become very difficult for them to cope or to adopt or to learn these things. In essence, what I am saying is that as much as they're getting some of the information at school, we also need, as guidance, to work upon ourselves, our emotional intelligence, coming to a place where you are self-aware. where you know your weakness, your strength, where you know areas that need strengthening, where you know how you are triggered by what, and where you know how to control and to regulate yourself. We need to come to the place where we can manage ourselves. Many times our children are crying, they are happy, like, nyarara. We are so quick to say, shh, shut up. We don't even take time to say, what is wrong? Are you okay? We don't take time to check on them, to say, what's causing you to cry? To us, we are just hearing noise. To us, that cry is a trigger. And your response is a harsh tone. It's further pushing this child in a cocoon, and this child is learning to fear at a very tender age. And this child is losing their confidence. So an emotionally intelligent parent will know, this time I don't need to yell, I need to communicate. And they communicate. So what we are basically saying, you are the primary source of socialization. You need to get fixed so that you in yourself can as well be able to lead yourself. I'm not okay. I need time out. I need to take care of myself. I need to breathe so that you can be able to pour into the next cup. The reason why we are raising a generation that is broken and blaming it on the generation is because we are not taking responsibility of how we are contributing. Our times and in the economy of our nation at the moment, people have to work overtime. People have to wake up early, come back late to just get a steady and a stable income for the same children, to such an extent that people don't have time to socialize the children, and people are being socialized by everything that is available, including internet, including TV, including soap operas. Those are the things that are socializing our children. And then by the end of the day, we cry foul. We say, this generation is broken. It's broken because the guidance and the parents are also broken. I think it could be time that we come to the place where, as parents, we challenge ourselves. How is my parenting style? How am I doing as a parent? Am I a supplier? Am I just a provider? We have many fathers who are nothing but providers. They pay the fees. They pay the rentals. They buy the food. They clothe the children. But you never have that father. So that father is just an absent father. And it has an effect upon the child. So we are saying, if we are not going to raise a broken generation, if we care about generations that are after us, if we care about our offspring, if we care about our children, we might need to consider the things that are very at work and at play in raising them, which is emotional intelligence, which is understanding how people feel, which is understanding how they think, which is understanding why they are thinking, what they are thinking, which is taking time to understand them and also to guide them. So I'm saying, in as much as I am talking about mindset coaching for the children, I am also emphasizing mindset coaching for the parents. I'm also emphasizing mindset coaches for the guidance, so that they know, so that when they are socializing, so that when they are manifesting in the house, they know this is what the child is actually following. You see how our children mimic us. You see how they grow up to be like us, speak like us, act like us, because that's what they have been seeing. And the entrance unto our soul is through our ears, through our eyes, through the learned experience. This is where we are saying a child is inborn with certain traits, but there are certain traits that they learn from experiences and from the environment, which at that time you as a parent, as a guardian, you are coming to play. Let us be intentional about the type, about the generation that we are raising. We don't want a generation that is broken. We don't want our children educated, degreed, and begging and on bridges. We want our children to be able to be innovative, creative. All those things are emanating from the place of understanding emotions and having emotional intelligence. some of our children are not creative because they have been shut down. They were shut down not by outsiders, from within. And the people that were shutting down their children, they didn't know we're shutting down our children. That's why I'm emphasizing guidance. Let's take time to be educated on emotional intelligence, how to self-lead, how to be aware of yourself, how to be socially aware. See how you relate with others. Just look at yourself. And in this day and age, social skill is essential. Being able to talk, being able to communicate is one of the biggest assets these days. It's not going to work. It's not an office job. Having a skill, social skill, relating, maintaining relations, managing people's emotions and everyone's and yours as well, is one of the major and fundamental assets that we can ever ask for in our time. So I just wanted to encourage someone to say, don't just say IQ is enough. Don't just say, as long as I'm providing. Don't just say, you know what, at least you have this. I never used to have this. I had to do small jobs so that I go to school. I had to do small jobs so that I get sports attire. That's you. That's not them. Do not expect your children to live your life. And it takes a mindset coach to help you to get over the little baby that is in you, that you're ever comparing with your child. May the dear Lord bless you. And I hope this has intrigued something within you to want to know more, to want to study, to want to be a better parent. Do not forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe. Have a wonderful day.